Welcome to episode 111 of the PACT Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Carter, joined today here with family, of course. We got Cut Carter. We have Mr. Trey Kim on time today.
Yes, sir.
We got Mlb, surprisingly.
I've been on here every time.
And we got off camera in this vehicle. He's gonna make his visual return to the podcast on season 2. We have Jace on the line. Jace, how you doing?
Hey, good. How y'all boys doing, man?
Doing good. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Good.
Happy Mother's Day. We gotta get that out of the way. We missed last 2 weeks. Anything we missed? You guys want to shout out while we're out here?
The last Brandon, you can go. Or whoever's talking.
Who's going?
You got it, Trey. We got our Mlb Analysts Insider Trey on the line to give us some MLB insight for you guys that crave that content that we don't provide often. So Trey, 2 minutes on the clock. Take it away.
I don't need that much time, Darian. I appreciate it. I would like to begin by saying the New York Mets are not only the hottest team in baseball, but they're looking like the best team in baseball, sitting at 19-9. They were 0-330 when trailing by 6 runs entering the 9th. And yes, you guessed it. They won a game 2 days ago, trailing by 6 runs entering the 9th. Manny Machado leads the league in batting average, runs, hit, OBP, if you care about that type of thing. The Yankees are also looking like the old school Yankees, and the Dodgers are still up to no good. But it looks like the New York Mets will be making noise this year. So I just would like everyone to know that.
They still gonna fold on the Braves. The Braves about to take that back. So it's just the beginning of the season. Like, you know how it goes. I think the Mets did this last year. You know how it goes.
So a rebuttal. The Braves don't have an identity without Ronald Acuna.
But you see he's back though. And
he is.
Yeah.
Less than a minute.
That is true. And that concludes the MLB update.
Yeah.
Before we get off of it, who's the favorite for AL and NL MVP right now? Who should we be informed about?
Right now, Manny Machado is definitely the favorite. Behind him is Vlad Guerrero Jr. NL is kind of a toss-up. I mean, Freddie Freeman is going crazy. And I know the Braves fans are sick about that. I know they're sick. They can lie. They can say whatever, but I know they're sick about that.
Right.
I'm not even going to say any Mets because not MVP. Scherzer is definitely looking like a Cy Young. There's some guys with the Brewers. Eric Lauer, he looks pretty good. So, yeah, NL is still pretty wide open for MVP, but Manny Machado and Vladdy right now are scorching hot. So.
Awesome. And there's our MLB Insight. Less than 2 minutes. Brought to you powered by Trey Kemp. Yes, sir. MLB Insight analyst. All right. Last time we was on the podcast, a lot of things happened. NFL draft has occurred. It's over. NBA playoffs in round 2. We're going to start in the National Basketball Association if that's fine with everybody else.
What you mean?
All right. Just making sure. So the round 2 matchups are as follows. We're in the thick of things. Phoenix versus Dallas in the West, and Golden State versus Memphis in the West. On the other side of the bracket, Miami versus Philly and Milwaukee versus Boston. I just want to hear some of you guys because I know last podcast we predicted some players to make a leap or to fail in the playoffs that we thought was going to blow it up. So whoever you guys is top NBA playoff performers so far in this postseason. Carter, you can kick it off.
I was the person that said Jalen Brunson would take the leap. I would like to say thank you. You're welcome, because he has taken the leap. First round, the best players to me were Tatum, Brandon Ingram, even though they lost. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and I'll round it out with my 5th person as Jimmy Butler in the playoffs has been pretty remarkable. I also want to shout out the 2nd best player on the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, for his performance lately. Well, not lately, but I knew he had it in him, but I'm happy to see him do it in this type of stage. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I think everybody else is kind of like Giannis is expected. most of his performances. Luka is expected. So those are the guys I want to shout. Oh, and Jordan Poole, I'll shout him out as well. This is first playoff run too, even balling. And the Grizzlies, this is their second playoff stint with this Ja Morant era. And I mean, hey, they've arrived. They're here. So that's pretty much it on these playoff performances for me. Like Josh shouldn't have been MIP, like I said, because he was second overall pick. He was expected to be this good. Well, not this good, but he was expected to be good. He has been better than what people expected, but I don't think that's MIP worthy. He's an MVP candidate, in my opinion.
I agree. And that's why I give it to B for your top NBA playoff performers. Talk about Jordan Poole and his snub of not even being a finalist for MIPB.
Yeah, everybody knows a snub. Jordan Poole worked his butt off from the G League to becoming a starter in this league. It just happened. Oh my God.
What's happening? You good?
Oh yeah, y'all can see me?
Yeah, we still see you.
Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, Jordan Poole, yeah. He took off, had a major league. Now, to me, he's the second option on that team behind behind Curry. Clay got to learn to step into that role because Jordan Poole about to take off. But top performers in the playoffs has been Jordan Poole, Luka, Brandon Ingram, in that first round, Brandon Ingram, Chris Paul, DeRozan, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Jokic, Ja Morant.
You're naming a lot. Give me who you think has been the best so far.
The best?
Yeah.
Say Luka. Luka been tearing them up.
What is it about Luka's game that separates him from the rest of those other great playoff performers?
He can get to any spot on the court and you can't stop him.
So
very, very unguardable.
Similar that I know he dropped 40 points back-to-back in games 1 and 2 against Phoenix. Game 3, they finally put it off to be down 2-1 now. Do you think the Mavericks can beat the Suns?
Looking at yesterday, like Jesse Kidd said, like everybody got to join the Luka party. And once they did that, everybody chipped in yesterday. Everything was rolling. Luka could do anything yesterday. I'm talking about from the paint, killing them in the paint. I'm talking about baby on them boys in the paint, giving them the footwork, could get his shot. Like he was just doing everything yesterday, helping his team win. Everybody executed. Everybody played along with him, so they did great.
All right. Give it to Trey. Top NBA playoff performer. So you talk to us, man.
Well, it was an early exit, but I have to first mention the former and soon-to-be back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. He did everything he was supposed to, everything he could possibly do. And now I am shifting my focus to the most dominant. I almost said an incorrect word. The most dominant dude in the league, MB. He is snapping. But I would like everyone to start respecting James Harden because I think that now he is about to turn it on. He was plus 26 yesterday. 17, 8, and 6. It's not about the 8 and 6. It's about that plus 26. He has a problem in the playoffs. He's notorious for turning the ball over, choking, all that. If James Harden is giving them 18, 8, and 8 with, I don't know how many turnovers he have, but if he is plus 20 or plus 18, I'm okay. The Sixers could be a little dangerous. So he is my underdog because everyone wrote James Harden off. So I think he's going to be a player to watch because he's still James Harden. But like Derek said, I mean, Jalen Brunson, they said they tried to do an extension with him. That's dead. He going to ask for a check. Desmond Bane.
Fox said ain't no discounts.
Facts. Desmond Bane still for me is just going nuts.
He been struggling this series.
Oh, I thought so. Just round 2 or the whole?
It could be in general.
Okay, but yeah, he has been struggling against the Warriors. I don't know who's guarding him. I know Clay. I know the Warriors are doing a lot of switching off. Because like when they won their game, how Clay switched off to Ja. I'm just bringing that up with the Warriors on-ball defense is they look like the old Warriors because when they had KD, their on-ball defense was extremely elite. And they look like
he been having back pain second round.
Who? Desmond Bane?
Yeah, he's been suffering a back injury, but it said he's off the injury report for game 3 tonight.
Perks or put some shots. And another one, Luka averaging 33, 9, and 8 in his career in the playoffs is OD. So I had to that's ridiculous.
Right.
But they did say he's like 2 because they just won. So now he's like 2-9 or 2-8 against Chris Paul. So I was like, sheesh. So I don't know what that's gonna mean. And then my last one, just for this series, if Danny Green does what he does, I am on the Sixers because James Harden needs some respect. It's just been a little too much disrespect towards James Harden, in my opinion. I don't know why people are forgetting who James Harden was. He's top 10 in playoff three-pointers. He has that Houston Rockets James Harden within him. I can't speak.
He lost a step.
I can't speak to that because I don't know.
He lost
but
a step.
If Danny Green continues to they just need 15. They just need 5 threes.
They just need him to knock some threes now.
That's all. Because he scored 21. He didn't hit one free throw or 1, 2, or 1 mid-range.
All threes.
So if he plays like that, then the Sixers are definitely dangerous. And the last dude, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is doing what he's supposed to do. So those are all my guys. Oh, sorry, and definitely honorable mention, Devin Booker. And then, like Derek said, I'm not gonna leave here without saying Brandon Ingram went crazy. If Zion Williamson was in the playoffs, I'm not hearing nothing. The Suns the Pelicans would have went to 7 with the Suns. Then then it's just like whoever snaps. But if Zion would have played, they definitely would have went 7, even with his state now, I believe.
All right, Jay, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right, talk to us. Who have it? Unless you have somebody different from what's been stated, top NBA playoff performers. Talk to us.
I have the same people, but we're forgetting why Jason Tatum is the best, player in this playoffs right now.
Talk to us.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Talk to us.
So his defense contributing to guarding KD. That's the main reason why they are on to the next round. So I'll say, even though he's an offensive threat and everything like that, his defense played a major part in them going to the next round. So I feel like he, in my opinion, is the best player from round 1 and in the playoffs right now. You got Luka, of course, but Luka was getting picked on last game. They wanted to switch on Luka last game. They wanted to. So I gotta see both sides of the court. And right now, Jason Tatum is stepping up and being like that vet guy for that team to push his team on to the next level. So it's Jason Tatum for me.
All right. For me, I think we mentioned him, but didn't go in depth to what he deserves. Ja Morant, only player in the postseason that's averaging 10 assists right now. I believe he's top 15, top 12 in scoring with 26.3. The clear leader of the Memphis Grizzlies. He's that guy. I know they only lost 2 games without him when he was out, but we know without him, they're not getting past Memphis. Well, not Memphis. They're not getting past Minnesota, and they're definitely not even winning the game against Golden State, dropping 45 points against them in game 2. So he's been my playoff performer who's been stellar, and he's been in the best 2 series of the postseason with the Timberwolves and now with the Golden State Warriors, the clear best series in the semifinals. So Ja Morant's trying to get that superstar title. I'm real personable about that. Some people don't deserve that, I believe, but he's trying to get into that little, trying to like jump street too, trying to break the ceiling, trying to break through. So that's Morant for me. Brandon, you was looking at me. You got a problem with my Morant take?
Yeah, because let's get to why he's scoring 45. Because Dylan Brooks with the flagrant 2 foul on Gary Payton II, when Gary Payton II guarding Ja Morant, he was giving him problems. So let's just start by there. That's why he had 45.
Can we talk about Draymond hurting Brandon Clark?
He didn't hurt him. He stopped him on the ball.
He slapped him in the face and threw him down with the jersey? No?
Threw him down.
Threw him down with the jersey? Come on. Don't worry.
He's checking if he okay. Did Dylan Brooks do that with GP?
He did. He was like, he went over there and was like, "Are you okay?"
He was taunting him, bro.
Okay, he wasn't taunting him.
He wasn't no
He
dead.
was taunting him, bro. He was taunting him.
All right, that's cool. All right. Other NBA news, we ain't stand on that too much. Would be moving off of that. Yo, Warriors praise.
No, that 20 coming in my pocket. That 20 coming in my pocket.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now, but I do know that we're talking about NBA players who have failed to meet expectations. That could be teams or players that lost in the first round of the playoffs, or teams or players that are failing right now. Go back to you, Cut. You sat up in anticipation. I feel like some new Utah Jazz is coming.
Utah dropped the J. They gotta let somebody go, and it's the easy choice for me is Gobert, but I don't know. I feel like they like Gobert, and they gave him that max.
They love the freshman, man. They love him.
Right.
Not gonna.
So I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they need to get rid of Gobert, and they need to get rid of their name and give it to New Orleans.
The name?
They're just underachievers, and I feel like Quinn Snyder going to end up taking a rap for it, but they're not good. It's not a good team.
They were the number one seed. They were the number one seed last year, and they lost to the Clippers without Kawhi. And I think the last two games, they lost to the Mavericks. They split. I think it was up 2-1 or down 2-1 with the Mavericks without Luka.
It was up 2-1, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Luka without Luka, and they came back and the Mavericks won that series. So I think Snyder will be on the move for sure. But I guess
I think they're a joke. I think they're a joke that they think they could build around the way they play. It's not.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
The way they play not going to ever work.
Not in this they have like a sense of urgency. They do play well, but they don't play with a sense of urgency a lot.
I think they shouldn't have paid Mike Conley. I love him, but it's just
They blow too many leagues.
They try to get the veterans they added to a team with youth and Donovan and Rudy. Not old, but he's not young either. But a team like that, you add Mike Conley. I think they should have went and found somebody young that could run with them.
But what do you think about Utah?
Jordan Clarkson, your sixth man, he your best scorer, and you trying to compete with Luka, who's probably the third best scorer in the league.
Well,
just scoring, flat out scoring.
Utah's not a big market, so free agents is not going to want to go to Utah. Do you think that plays a factor into them not being able to land a star player?
It probably plays a big factor, but they might want to get some picks and start drafting better.
They drafted Donovan.
Yeah, but who else they drafted since?
Couldn't even tell you. I have to look that up.
They should try to make a run at Big Bogey. Lil Bogey. They should have went got back down and just come play with his brother and them. Like, I feel like they need another score.
Donovan's got to go. After missing that wide open shot, you got to go. Yeah.
But I'm saying, but the crazy thing is, it's nights where he's the best scorer on the team. And I feel like they don't have a real identity. No. They play defense, but it's not really playing defense. They got O'Neal's a good defender. Ingles, they traded because he was hurt. But if they would have won anything, he would have got a ring. He's gone. You got Gobert, who plays good defense. And then
he's an elite defender. That's it, though. That's it.
Elite defender at what?
No, he's an elite defender because I'm saying if he's an elite defender,
I feel like he has good off-ball presence because he has good off-ball presence and he can guard people in the post. But I also think there's a lot of times where he's a liability.
Like the Mavericks played 5 out and Kleber was just knocking down threes.
You put him on a switch,
right?
Yeah.
He's only
put him on the perimeter
in the post. Yeah,
put him on the perimeter. He's done. He's fooled. And that's what I said. I think I like my bigs more versatile. I'm just gonna be flat out and say it. Like I don't mind the Draymond Green types that's really perimeter defenders height wise, but they can also bang in the post. Or Jaren Jackson could play both a little bit. Or Brandon Clark could play both. Or
you're naming all like forward who turns
because centers don't really. Embiid could play both low key. Joker can't because he's slow, but Embiid can play both.
No, but who been surprising me though is Al Horford. I hope y'all been paying attention.
Al Horford could play both. I didn't know he could play both. I thought he was one-dimensional. He been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Before I move off,
but I kind of got off topic. But I know you said people that let me down. So I'm gonna go with my top 3 that let me down.
But wait, before you go, since the Donovan Mitchell draft pick, the players they have drafted have been Josh Hart, who went to the Lakers, Thomas Bryant, who went to the Lakers, Grayson Allen, Darius Baisley, who went to the OKC, of course.
Thunder.
Then
none
everybody
of those
else
players are with them. That's crazy.
And everybody else that are like non-factors in the league as of today. So
none of those players are with them.
Yeah,
they should have kept Josh Hart. But my teams that let me down for sure are the Jazz. The Hawks didn't make any changes this offseason, and they showed. And my third letdown of a team
Player or team?
Player or team?
Player would be easier.
Trae Young. KD and Kyrie.
Oh, they were
Let down.
How is that a letdown against the number one defense in the?
Because I thought y'all was superstars.
Oh, please let me go next. Please let me go next.
All right, Trey.
Not safe for you.
Well,
Take it away,
since
Trey.
Kyrie
Tatum
has
and Brown
been-
made you look like a.
So who was guarding Trae Young to make him look like that in the playoffs? Because he lost all credibility as he'll go and just get a buck. He's
Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler is known in the league as a top
Jimmy Butler
defender every
wasn't.
season.
They were switching.
They were switching.
But yeah, they
were
threw hella
switching on
people
Trey.
at Trey, bro. They threw
That's what
Trey.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
I don't want to hear that.
So listen.
No, I seen it, bro. They threw
One at a time. Did y'all ever see Yurt Serving play any meaningful minutes?
Who?
Yurt Seven, their center, their rookie center who's been playing good all season. Did you see him for the Heat?
I didn't hear the name you said. I don't
Yurt
know.
7, number 77.
Mm-mm.
Exactly, because they went small, and everybody can switch. Bam is probably the best perimeter defender as a center in the league.
Yeah.
He can guard perimeter, and there's no mismatches. That is why Trae Young struggled. Do I think any other team would have done him like that? No. Do I think that's why Harden been struggling?
You gotta adjust to that in the playoffs.
How's Harden adjusting? He got a superstar to get the ball to, right? When he came back,
17, 8, and 6 plus 26. Let's go off his most recent.
But why did they only win when the superstar came back?
Oh, Harden is never. Oh, you can't do it by yourself in the NBA. We all know that.
Right, and that's why I said, who was Trey gonna get the assist to?
And now we're going full circle. He doesn't.
DeAndre Hunter.
He doesn't have anybody.
DeAndre Hunter dropped 37 in
he
the
stepped
last
up in the last
game
game.
5, and then they got him. He went out on a ticky-tack BS foul.
White macadamia nut given to him. He can have a white macadamia nut cookie. Because Cam Reddish.
But the point is, the Hawks should have added players last season, and that's why they struggled.
I agree.
The Nets, I'm not hearing their excuse when you're paying 2 guys maxes and you got 2 of the.
But you giving an excuse to Trae Young? That's my no. You can't do
Trey
that.
can get an excuse. You don't have nobody.
No,
you Trey playing with.
Bruiser B.
Trey gets an excuse because he's not playing with anybody. KD and Kyrie don't get that. They don't.
What I'm saying is you can't excuse a dude only because he's by himself. KD and Kyrie, clearly that team is okay. We have 2 scorers. It's no sets. It's no play calling. It's no catching.
But the Hawks have all young guys and vets that they went and signed, right?
No,
and there's nobody else superstar or all-star.
Hawks have more of a team than the Nets. The Nets just have 2 solidified superstars. Because
they're playing on maxes. They're playing on maxes. They're not taking pay cuts. And you have Ben Simmons who's not playing. But then that's 3 maxes. And then you have all these players coming to take pay cuts to play with you, and y'all still can't get it done.
Well,
what I'm saying
their team is small too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have the size.
And Claxton missed 40 free throws, but that's not my problem. Claxton missed 40 free throws, and they signed them.
All right.
They couldn't match up with Boston, bro.
Trey, continue with your players who underperformed in the postseason.
Now that's KD definitely had a bad postseason. Like he underperformed to his standards. Kyrie would say the same thing, but definitely Trae Young as well, I would say. But the biggest, I guess, disappointment. I mean, I'm not too disappointed in Gobert because I never expect the Jazz to do anything because that duo is already when Gobert, like, I don't know if it was after the series, but he literally like praised Devin Booker when you have like Donovan Mitchell isn't a Devin Booker type. They have 2 different games, but they're like similar players in the sense of like they're both 2s and then they're both kind of like the young faces of their franchise type. But when he's sitting there like, oh yeah, guys like Devin Booker go and get it and turn on the switch in the playoffs. Okay. It's like, yeah, this team is over with. So, but I will put them like the Jazz they can't get it together with that duo. So I would just put them honorable mention. But I was disappointed that the Nets couldn't win 1 game. That didn't make no sense. How they couldn't win 1 game. I didn't understand how the Hawks could not adjust because the Heat showed their hand very early, like, we're going to make you beat us with your other players, with your role players. So as coaching, the games could have, I mean, I didn't watch all of them. I watched like 3, so I only missed, or 4. So, I mean, I feel like they could have done a little more adjusting to at least make the games more competitive. But, I mean, it all ultimately came down to Trae Young didn't have no help. And that's really all I got with the disappointments. And that was the only question, right? Like, who was disappointed?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
And player-wise, why he is on the brink of exploding is because James Harden has been very disappointing this playoffs. Like, before yesterday, he was averaging like 13 or something, horrible numbers. But I believe that him seeing Embiid, like Embiid's grit, toughness, whatever you want to call it, just literally saying, I don't care nothing about any type of injury. I think James Harden is going to show up. So, but James Harden has definitely been very disappointing up until the most recent game because the Philadelphia 76ers will not advance without James Harden, like, being a major part.
The third best.
I didn't say second. He just got to be a major part.
All right, B. Players who have underperformed this postseason, in your opinion.
I'm gonna take it to Chicago with Zach LaVine, man.
Hey, you took mine. Hey, talk to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, that was your team, Chicago, and for you to just let DeMar come in and just take that under your wing, and then you didn't show up for the playoffs for the city. You know, it's like DeMar needed more help, even though they was shutting him down some games. But LaVine had to show up, and he really didn't show up for DeMar on that part. Really, it was more of Nikola Vucevic that was really like the second help. So, like, yeah, I'm going with LaVine. I feel like he should have did more in Chicago. And I most definitely think that's probably his last season in Chicago. So, yeah, I'm going with Zach LaVine. And team, yes, Brooklyn. I'm disappointed in Brooklyn. They should have won the game. I don't care what nobody else say. They should have won the game with 2 of the best scorers in this game. Yes, they should have won the game.
Just to add on to that, the LaVine part. In a regular season, he was averaging 24.4 points. In the postseason, he went down to 19.3. He didn't step up against the Milwaukee Bucks. And they were missing Middleton for some games. I think he missed the game, I believe, due to health and safety protocols. Yeah, so I think he only played in 5 of the games, but 4 of the games. But still, I think 19 points, and DeMar only had 20.8. But I still think both of them should have performed better against the
DeMar had
Bucks.
What game he didn't have a 40-piece or 30-piece game?
Yeah,
I think
first game,
his field goal percentage was horrific.
Terrible,
yeah, but the second they won game 2 after he made the game like
I think I never go 9 for 25 again.
Yeah, I think 6 for 25. So yeah, I think LaVine leaving Chicago, I think it would leave a sour taste in my mouth if I was a Bulls fan, just seeing him leave after that poor performance and try to go somewhere else. But the way the business goes, he has to because you guys were lobbying for him to be an all-star, I think 2 years ago, and he made all-star team again. So an all-star should have averaged 19 points a game. That's why I think Trae Young's performance was a disappointment.
What is Middleton averaging?
Well, they were winning, so that doesn't count.
Oh, you could be an all-star and ride coattails or somebody else. But I want to get into the fact that the
coattails.
Giannis's.
I mean, they see they
You
struggle.
can literally say the whole team is riding his.
Yeah, I know.
You see they struggling.
I think they are.
You see they struggling without Chris Middleton.
I think they wouldn't even be a playoff team.
They don't have another scorer who can create his own shot without Middleton.
They'll be a playoff team without Giannis. They'll be the play-in. If Middleton was their focal point, and
they're not in the West, they're in the East. They would definitely.
No, I don't think they'd be a playoff team.
The Hornets made the play-in. The Bucks can make
and lost.
Yeah, I'm saying
the Bucks beat the Hawks without Giannis last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. Because
Giannis came back in the finals with that bad knee.
Yeah, remember he hyperextended his knee, and after Capella hurt his knee.
Yeah, Middleton was cooking.
Came right back.
And Middleton was going.
Yeah, Middleton.
I'm not even a Middleton fan.
He played the next game. He never missed a game against the Hawks. He was out for the rest of a game.
No.
He never missed the whole entire game.
Well, they still won that game though.
It was up.
Hold on, let me look this up. I gotta verify this information.
He missed them last 2 games.
Yeah, he missed the last 2.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, playing team.
He can create his own shot.
And he's their closer, quote unquote, because Giannis
He is the closer. I did see that.
Before we move off NBA, is there anything we should talk about that we missed? Congratulations, Tyler Euro, 6th man of the year.
He should have got that. Yeah, he should have got that.
MIP, John Morant. I don't think he deserved it, and he even acknowledged it. I feel like I'm missing one.
They tried to. They said
DPOY, Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
Marcus Smart.
They said the NBA app or something had leaked the.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, saying
they said. Yeah, they put in NBA MVP Joel Embiid. Might have been a typo. You know what I'm saying? We don't know.
But I mean, if like the voting, are they still voting for MVP?
Vote is over. Vote is over.
So
after
like
regular season.
Okay, cool. Because I was about to say, I never thought they included like the playoff.
No, they don't. Oh, did we miss anything NBA wise, guys? No.
I think the Suns set another franchise record. Like I think this was their winningest season.
They did. They set a franchise record for most regular season wins, and I think they're on a 7 or they are on a 7 or 8 game winning streak, shooting more than 50% from the field.
Suns
which is crazy. Which is crazy.
I do think it ultimately will be Suns Warriors Western Conference Finals, and then it's just I think basketball can be like baseball with sometimes it's just the hottest hand, like because the Warriors necessarily don't have to be better than the Suns, but I mean
they are though.
Anyway, they don't have to be better than the Suns, but if Steph and Clay and then Jordan Poole is nowhere near sweet, but Chris Paul been playing like Chris Paul when they went 7 with Kobe being Bryant. He been playing like that. So I don't know.
For sure. All right. Switch gears to the National Football League. NFL draft is over. Got to shout out Tyrann Mathieu returning home to the New Orleans Saints. Congratulations, Tyrann. Welcome back to the city. NFL draft. I want to shout out Travon Walker, number 1 pick in the 2022 NFL draft, going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trey's New York Football Giants drafted Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon and Evan Neal from Alabama in the 1st round. Brandon's Atlanta Falcons selected Drake London from USC to join that wide receiver core that desperately needs help.
He's not a Falcons fan.
Oh, you're not a Falcons fan no more?
I mean, you could have said the Raiders at first, but
well, they ain't no 1st round pick. Ain't no 1st round pick.
I mean, you're right, but still, I like it.
And lastly, of course, New Orleans Saints drafted Chris Olave, trading up to number 11 from Ohio State, and they drafted Trevon Penning from Northern Iowa for that left tackle position. Oh, you guys, the NFL draft is over. NFL free agency, there's still some players in there, but major contributors are already signed. Which teams will make a leap after both the NFL draft and the NFL free agency? Leaping can be making the postseason, making a potential Super Bowl run, anything like that, even a win increase to like 9 or 10, something crazy like that. Brandon, are you ready? Yeah, talk to us.
Yeah, Denver Broncos. I'm going with Denver Broncos. I like Denver this year. I ain't gonna lie. Even though they're in the division with the Raiders, but I like Denver, what they just established there. They got their quarterback, which they all really was missing because they really got it all on both ends. They got a solidified CB1 over there. You know, that boy from Bama, what's his name again?
Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, Patrick Surtain. Yeah. And, they got a nice defense. And then on offense, they gave Russell the weapons. They brought back Melvin Gordon. They still got that 1-2 punch with Javonte Williams and him. So I really feel like Denver is a team that could really click early if Russell bring that mentality up in there, like that winning mentality.
2 things for you, Brandon. 1, does the new head coach scare you, being his first time being a head coach?
No, Nathaniel Hackett. No, I don't, because he was with Green Bay as the OC. So by that being Rodgers, I feel like he'll be comfortable with another great quarterback in Russell Wilson. So yeah.
Do you think the Broncos will win the AFC West?
It's gonna be tough. I ain't gonna say they're gonna win because the Raiders are in there still. So it's gonna be a tough division. That's one of the toughest divisions that I can't really say who's gonna win because I don't even know for real.
You funny because you named the Raiders first before like the Chargers or the Chiefs.
Yeah. You see, the Raiders got Devontae, so we're kind of a problem.
All right, Trey. Teams that'll make a leap after this NFL draft.
Well, I'm not gonna say I'm on the Miami Dolphins train because I do want to see what Tua is talking about. And then I don't even Mike McDaniel. Is that the Mike? I thought it was
Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel. Yep.
Yeah. I don't really know who that is because I only know Josh McDaniels. So I was trying to like look up who Mike McDaniel was. So I don't really know.
He was the San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator last year.
I like their additions. I like what the Dolphins and the Jets did because it was a graphic. The Jets and the Giants like combined have maybe won 9 games in the last however many years. So the Jets and the Giants were 2 of my like biggest, like they really just improved off the strength of their first, second round picks because I didn't watch past the second round. But I do think the Jets last year they went 4-13. I definitely think they'll win more than 4 games. Even if it's 5, I do think they'll win more than 4 games. I think the Dolphins, I just want to see because they went on a surge last year. So I'm just very interested in that Tyreek Hill, and they still got they got Xavier Howard, and who is it? Byron Scott. Who's the other corner? They have 2.
Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Yep.
Byron Jones, not Byron Scott. So I'm interested to see what they're talking about. I don't want to like do the repeat because he already said the Broncos, but they put an asterisk because I don't know what the team will be. Wherever Odell Beckham Jr. goes, they're making noise. I mean, he's the best pure talented wide receiver in the game on all levels, route tree, speed, and hands. He's the best pure. Yes, Jace, he is. He is the best pure talented wide receiver when healthy in the National Football League. And that is stamped because the best pure talented corner in the National Football League reminded everybody on I Am Athlete. I like what the Saints did. I will say that Tyrann Mathieu with bruh from Florida.
Chauncey.
That's not something I know. If I'm a quarterback, I'm not really trying to throw in the middle of the field. So I think the NFC South is kind of on clamps, but y'all do love to BS in the NFC South. And my last team, everybody just like, damn, the team broke up or the Rams they still got Aaron Donald. They still low-key at like 90, 85%. And they added Bobby Wagner. So the Rams definitely should still do something. And I really think they're going to do something because that division with D-Hop got suspended like 8 games, right?
6 games for performance enhancement drugs.
Right. And they said he was going to appeal it, but he literally was like, see you. Or he
dropped the appeal. He dropped the appeal.
Yeah, okay. Because I was about to say, he was like, see you week 7 or whatever. But he's going to get down to the bottom of it. So that's a huge. Oh, he already figured out everything that happened. Like
you know what I'm saying? He knows he did it. He just don't know what it was, but he know he.
So that's why he dropped the appeal. Yeah. So because it's no case. So since it's confirmed that he'll miss the first 5-6 weeks, the Cardinals are in trouble.
Sure.
That's why I think that's why they traded for Hollywood. I think that came.
Yeah, they did.
After.
That's why.
That's literally why they went for Hollywood. Like
they knew he was gonna be suspended, so they when they got
like let's
Hollywood.
just take who we could get. That's not new. Technically, somebody that has experience playing with Kyler, somebody that he could work with and learn quickly. So
that's his boy.
And my last team, and I'm working on being subjective.
Objective.
Objective is opinion. Objective.
Yeah.
I'm working on being objective. The Philadelphia Eagles are normally a mediocre franchise, but getting Jordan Davis and AJ Brown in like 10, 15 minutes, I definitely did not. I didn't like that as a Giants fan. I didn't like that as an NFC East fan because that was Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They just got like a hunger because they definitely made the playoffs last year. The Eagles are not sweet. They still have it might not be a complete all-pro O-line, but they got at least one all-pro. They got Kelsey still, right? He's all pro.
Kelsey and the other dudes still.
Miles Sanders is a machine.
Brooks retired. I think it's Kelsey and
they have Landon Dickerson drafted from Alabama last year.
Dickerson Kelsey is somebody else though. It's a veteran.
They have
Lane
Andre
Johnson. Do they still have
Andre-
Lane Johnson?
Yeah, and they have Andre Dillard, I believe, too.
Yeah, Andre
And
Dillard.
Jordan Malata's still there.
But they do have Lane Johnson though.
Yeah.
So they have 2 All-Pros still. I don't like, and then Fletcher Cox. That's an ugly team. And Darius Slay has never been sweet. So I think they'll make a little noise too. So those are only mine.
With Coach Sirianni, yes, sir. Cut. Play who will make the leap after the NFL draft? Who you got?
Saints, who that? Tyrann, best college player of all time. Just came back home. Put him in the team. You put him on the defense with the second best corner in the NFL. And maybe the best nickel corner in the nickel coverage in the league. Chauncey, check the numbers. You can PFF it. I don't care. He's top. If he's not number 1, he's top 3. Then you got Demario Davis, who's one of the most seasoned and legit middle linebackers in the league. Cam Jordan, top 5 pass rusher, even though he's been kind of falling off. I think this will rejuvenate him a little bit. And then you got Marcus May, also a Florida boy. You got 2 Florida boys.
Saints got Marcus May.
Yes, we have Marcus May as well. So Dennis Allen's about to be playing some Sims back there with the defense because he can do whatever he wants with him. Offensively, we added Chris Olave. I wanted Jamison Williams, but Chris Olave was a great alternative for me, especially since they always on that Ohio State team together. Chris Olave, Jamison, and
Garrett Wilson,
yeah. So I'm excited to see, and I think Chris Olave will get Mike more in tune with the offense and what Pete Carmichael got cooking up. So I think, like, as far as taking the leap will be, we missed the playoffs last year by a game. This year we make the playoffs. I'm not saying we're a Super Bowl team, but I think for sure we make the playoffs and we make a run. My other team, the Chargers, on paper look amazing. So last year they really would have made the playoffs over the Titans if the coach would have just not did something stupid. Did he call the timeout or he didn't call the timeout? I forgot what he did.
He didn't. He called a timeout in overtime.
He should have called a timeout. Yeah. But now that timeout has led them to add J.C. Jackson, who I think is a top 5 cornerback in the league. Add Khalil Mack, who I think could still be top 3 pass rusher in the league. He just ain't been able to get off with Chicago because of.
They do have Khalil Mack.
So Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson just came in.
Who you doubling? Joey or Khalil?
Both.
It don't matter.
He said both.
Whoever the nose guard is, you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to.
Then they added somebody else offense, I think. But the offense wasn't even that bad anyway. They re-signed Mike Williams. You got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Guyton. You got the tight end. They added was it Gerald Everett? I think it's Gerald Everett. They added Gerald Everett. So that defense getting that boost of J.C. Jackson to add with Asante Samuel Jr. and Devin, what's his name? Derwin James. Yep. And
they drafted a offensive guard from Boston College, Zion
Johnson. They lost Beluga. So I like the Chargers in the AFC. I like them a lot.
You like them a lot?
I think that's the best division in football now. I think they looked at the NFC West and said, we'll raise you. And now the AFC West was like, cool. So I think the Chargers took a leap up. The Raiders took a leap up. The Broncos took a leap up. And the Chiefs took a leap down. So I think it's an even playing field for that to be the best division.
All right. Jace, after the NFL draft and free agency, which NFL teams will make the leap? Leap being an increase in wins, making a postseason run, Super Bowl, perhaps? Who you got?
The New Orleans Saints. We hit every mark. Yeah, shut up. We've hit every single mark that we needed to hit this offseason. Some Saints fans wanted a new quarterback. In my opinion, I think we can rock out with Jameis. He went, 1,114 yards with 14 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions in those 7 games that he played until he, got hurt. Unfortunately. Off the dome. I know all this. It's okay. So we got Trevor Penning, Chris Olave, Alante Taylor. I forget the dude that we got in the 6th round. What was it?
I think
Jackson
last name
something.
Jordan or Jackson from Air Force.
Jackson, yeah, something like that. He's on the D line.
Khalil
But what?
Jackson.
Yeah, but what I'm most excited about
Okay.
is the boys Smoke Monday. I feel like he got something to prove. And dude from Baylor, the running back from Baylor. I forgot it's like Smith, last name Smith.
Yeah,
or
you
something
talking
like
about the undrafted?
Yeah, the undrafted boys that we picked up. I feel like they got something to prove. Also another team that I feel like took another leap, even though they really didn't need a leap, is the Buffalo Bills. They picked up James Cook. Really, that's all they needed, in my opinion.
So he was running back, and they added Kyrie Elam.
Yeah, and
Von
Elam
Miller.
and Von
Yeah,
Miller.
and Von Miller. Yeah.
I'm not scared of Von Miller. I'm not really tripping about that. But
Did you watch Sumo?
That was my question. The most recent football game.
how many sacks did he have while he was with the
No. Did you watch the most recent football game?
Okay, whatever. That's the reason why he got the contract. I give it to him. That's the reason why he got the contract. That's the reason why somebody went to go get him. Because if he didn't do that, he would have stayed with Marant.
You put him in the postseason, and he turns into his X factor turn on.
You give him a good quarterback, he's gonna start playing with more life. Nobody want to play for Drew Lock or Teddy.
You said a leap down?
Nah, just a leap. Just a leap.
Just a leap up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it?
Yeah, I would say Buffalo Bills, Saints, Eagles. Eagles definitely did what they had to do this offseason. I just don't believe in Jalen Hurts, in my opinion. I feel like he still has to grow a lot more before they become a real true contender or anything outside of the NFC. Other than that, yeah, that's about it.
All right. For me, it's kind of a hot take. I don't think they'll do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did do it. I have the Jacksonville Jaguars making a leap. I think they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot. Maybe even for the division. We kicked off the NFL segment talking about Javon Walker from Georgia. They drafted Devin Lloyd from Utah. They re-signed Cam Robinson. They had the offensive tackle. They have a new head coach in Doug Peterson after the Urban Meyer saga, and they still have a generational quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. I think they're building something special down there in Duval, where they're trying to build something special. And I think if it all meshes together like how it meshed together well with Philly, with Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars could potentially make some noise with Houston still rebuilding with Davis Mills, the Titans losing A.J. Brown. The Colts did acquire Matt Ryan, but Jim Irsay, they have high expectations for that team to make a postseason run after the acquisition of Matt Ryan. So I think Jacksonville can potentially compete for the division and maybe even for that 7th spot, depending on how everything shakes out. So look out for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They drafted twice in the first round, twice with number 1 pick in the last 2 drafts, but I think they're ready to make that leap. They're getting Travis Etienne back. They signed Christian Kirk on that deal that shook up the receiver market. So I think they're trying to build something special in Jacksonville. We'll look out for that. Speaking of Tannehill, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts real quick on that whole Tannehill comments on Malik Willis thing. Do you think he was in the right? Do you think he was in the right or wrong? He was right or wrong?
He was wrong.
He was all the way wrong. He's a sucker.
Tell me why, because I feel like he was right, but tell me wrong. Try to prove me wrong.
I mean, every young quarterback coming in the league look up to somebody. Like, say if it's Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or somebody, they would want to learn from them. So for Ryan Tannehill to say that, like a young quarterback like him, really not coming up from, so it's like he want to learn from you. He excited about his new opportunity. He want to learn how this go, how the whole Tennessee organization go, the playbook, what to do, how to run this play, how I need to get my feet right, how to get my technique right. He should want to get that from the veteran quarterback. So for him to say that, like, that's just lame. Like, you really low-key hating because they drafted a quarterback on you.
All right, so what do we say about Rodgers or Brady, even Breeze, when there was rumors the Saints want to draft Mahomes? Why would I want to get my job taken by this young buck when I know eventually he's going to take it? Why can't I do what Aaron Rodgers did?
It's going to expire.
But why can't I do what Aaron Rodgers did and give myself a new contract when I'm a starting quarterback and we're going to eventually trade Jordan Love?
You have to be established. Ryan Tannehill has not done anything.
He lost in the game last year. He's the reason they lost. They didn't say, "Oh, Ryan, it's your job to mentor this young fella. Are you going to do it?" It was a simple question like, "Oh, Malik's coming in.
He literally was like, "It's not my job." Nobody said that's your job, but that's definitely your job description to be a leader in the locker room.
Right.
He's
And
already.
I heard the people that was with the Dolphins didn't like him either. They didn't like Tannehill.
He's already coming in and dividing in my perspective, it's kind of like he's dividing the locker room.
And guess who your team full of? Your team is full of young people, young players who identify with Malik. And you said that. So now guess what? And you're gonna get blackballed. You're gonna be one of ice.
What if Malik Willis during his interview, the roles were reversed? He was like, "Oh, it's my job to be a straight competitor. I'm not really coming here to try to learn anything from a seasoned vet. I just want to compete for the job." Everybody be looking at him insane, like,
no,
hey, that's not what you say.
And honestly, I say it different. I'd be like, it ain't nothing he could teach me.
All right. So what if he would have said, "Yeah, I look forward to teaching Malik, help him be the new QB1 for the job."
See, that's the
no,
thing.
That's not what he said. The question is, do you think you could be a mentor to Malik? Sure. I've been in this game. I've been playing this sport. I've been playing the game I love for the last 10 years. I think there's a lot Malik can learn from me. But at the end of the day, it's a competition.
It's
my team. Right. It is very simple. It's my team.
My thing is, he wore his feelings on the sleeve. He felt tried because he's still a man. He is the starter. They draft the quarterback. He's sitting here like, oh, okay.
And I think they stroked his ego by taking him later. They wanted him earlier, but they let him fall just to make Tannehill feel better about himself.
Did they trade up for him?
Tripping.
But it was a third or fourth round.
I'm not sure if they traded up for him.
No, they did. They traded 2 picks to get up.
Right.
Okay.
I think
it wasn't going to let him fall after that point, but it was like,
no, because we need a quarterback. For the 4 years.
Because to be honest, I feel like him and Derrick Henry
this year. I don't think he'll take a job this year, but I think if he get hurt and he gels well, because you put Derrick Henry with a quarterback that can run, you gotta respect the read option, and you gotta respect Robert Wood slant off the read option like an RPO.
And they drafted Cam Robinson from Arkansas.
Burks. You gotta respect him too. And guess what? The team, like I just said, the team is young. It's more people under 26 on that team than over 26.
Last thing on this. Is this just exclusive to the NFL? Let's say for any of you guys' jobs, you've been there for a good minute and they brought in somebody young to take your job. Are you mentoring them, even though you know they're gonna take your job, or are you gonna be like, leave? Yes,
because I'm a manager at that point. That's why. It's called being a manager. I'm training you to take the job that I used to do because I'm moving up. It's simple. It ain't like he said, "Hey, I'm taking your job tomorrow." Like, you gotta go through all this stuff. You gotta learn the playbook. It's a lot of work that goes into that. Mike Vrabel not just gonna give that man the keys that quick.
Right.
But guess what's gonna make him give him the keys that quick? When the locker room saying they don't with you.
I feel like when it comes to like a job like that, like a physical job that relies on your talents, you can't be like just oblivious to the world. Like, you're not that dude. You never really was that dude.
He brought him to the AFC Conference Championship.
He did it by himself, Bruiser.
Derrick Henry brought him.
He was a big factor when he took over. He was a big factor.
Like I said,
quarterback's the most position in football. That's all I gotta say.
Bruiser, has he ever been that dude? No, he's never been that dude. He is not. Never. He's been an average quarterback his whole entire career.
He was a top 12 quarterback after that Titans run, in my opinion. But continue, my bad.
It's fine. But he's an average quarterback. Okay. He has to know that, okay, I'm in my 10th year of this in this league. Like, I'm not finna be here. Honestly, I don't see him being here for more than 3 more years, in my opinion. I don't, because after Malik actually gets into the groove of the NFL and stuff like that, Ryan Tannehill's job is done.
He is 33 years old. Quarterback playing until they 40. You don't think he's trying to?
Yeah, those quarterbacks are actually good though. Like Matt Ryan's an MVP. He's a past MVP. We have Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. Like, those are big names. Ryan Tannehill. Come on now.
What his job is, if it's not to win playoff games and mentor young guys.
Yeah, like just to keep messing up the franchise.
You're a veteran. You're a leader on the team. That's literally mentor. Don't mean teach him what you do to take your job. It means mentor.
Right.
And the last thing on it, Bruiser, you knew he was butthurt when he was like, "We're looking at the same film."
Yeah.
I was like, "You're done." I was like, "You're out of here. You're done."
All right. I just wanted to get you guys' opinions on that. Last thing,
like a Karen.
Yeah.
Did they act like a Karen?
Yeah. Last thing, NFL. As the draft is over, as we all know, who are some? I mean, I guess one or two. I don't want to like boggle this down. NFL coaches that you guys would think are on the hot seat entering this NFL season. I can go first. I'll give you two. I'll give you one actually. Even though he's an exceptional coach in my opinion, I think Frank Reich of the Indianapolis Colts is definitely on the hot seat. He convinced management to bring in Carson Wentz, and it didn't work. They missed the playoffs. So they have Matt Ryan, they have a capable quarterback, in my opinion, who still have a lot left to prove. Jonathan Taylor, an elite offensive line still. That defense still is great with Darius Leonard and DeForest Buckner. So I think the Colts must make the postseason, and I think even win the game, secure Frank Reich's job. I think he's still, like I say, he's still an exceptional coach, but sometimes circumstances happen, and you try to leave your neck out for somebody and they leave you dry. So Frank Reich is my coach that's on the hot seat entering this season. Brandon, look like you're ready.
Matt Rule. He got to get Carolina going, find a way to win up there because he was just a college coach. I'm pretty sure they look at him on the hot seat trying to get that organization in the right direction, and it's not looking good right now. So I feel like Matt Rule on the hot seat because just got to turn it around for them. Even though they have been having injuries with CMC, he got to be better this year. And then they got to work out that QB situation because that's what they really need. They feel like Matt Corral the guy, but they still got Sam Darnold. Like, so they got to pick. They got to choose.
All right. Cut.
Coach on the hot seat, Cliff Kingsbury.
He just got resigned. Did you know? Hey, no, Cat. I was in class when I saw that notification come through. I said, "Why?"
Yeah, him and Stefanski were mine. I was gonna say.
Only way he could have got that re-signed is because Kyler asked for it. Kyler might have been like, I don't want nobody else. I want him.
They re-signed him and the GM instead of giving Kyler a contract extension to send a message.
He did like turn them around because he's only been.
And he did make the postseason, even though they played bad in that game. But continue. I agree too. I didn't just say it.
I'm not really high on him, but maybe that's just me. I'm not hating on him. It's just I'm not high on him.
It's a tough division.
Yeah,
but they always honestly, go downhill.
I think Pete Carroll should kind of go call it quits too. But
man, Pete not going nowhere.
I was about to say, but they ain't gonna do that.
But it's like what's left before him, like.
They running Pete's system, bro. They done got what he wanted. Like,
yep, they let Russ go because they're gonna run the ball all game. Yeah. Good luck.
Trey, you said, my bad.
Good luck.
Trey, you said Stefanski. I'm just curious. He won NFL Coach of the Year last season. Why would he be on the hot seat?
Because I would say the hot seat, not necessarily like, if they underperform this year, he's gone next year. But what? Deshaun has all that guaranteed money, say 3-4. He has a limited window to turn the Deshaun Watson acquisition into like an investment that that returns something, in my opinion, with Stefanski. Because you had the Browns since like 2019 have had all the talent. You cannot have a Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Odell, Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, who comes from like, Matt Ryan is whatever, but he's a good blocking quarterback. Then you have Baker, and you don't do nothing. So it's like he kind of got a reset. He still has a core. I just think he has a very if Deshaun's contract's 4 years, and in my opinion, I think he has 2-3 years to at least make a little noise, or they're gonna start looking at him like, oh no, this not working. But mine was Kingsbury because what Derek was saying, the Cardinals will always, they'll be like 4-0, 5-0. Then all of a sudden go down fighting for their lives to make the playoffs. So, I mean, I know it'll be like untimely injuries because like last year, Kyler did get hurt for a stint. Hopkins did get hurt, but I mean, that's part of the game. Other than that, it's low-key a lot of young coaches and new coaches. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 first-year coaches this year, if I'm not mistaken. So It's looking like a lot of job security. I would hate for the Texans. I would hate for Lovie Smith to go out there for 1 year.
They just did David Culley last year.
That's what I'm saying. And then they got the best, in my opinion, one of the best athletes, the best corner in the draft. So it's like, okay, shit, they made the best pick, but it's like that's a work in progress because you still do not have a quarterback. You still do not have a QB1. So I would really hate to see Lovie Smith come in, do a solid draft with what he had, and then bounce. But Lovie Smith, I know they looking at him.
All right, last but not least, Jay. So you got coach on the hot seat entering the season.
I got two.
All right.
I got Pete Carroll. Honestly, I think he should be gone after last year. But
they win like 7 games or something, 6 games. 7?
It was 6 or 7. But I feel like this year he should be more on the hot seat because they didn't get a quarterback. They got Drew Lock, I understand.
And they got Gino. Whoa.
Trash. He's so trash.
Like I said, they didn't get a quarterback. So unless they might give him another shot next year with the a little bit more talented quarterback class next year.
Did they get picks for Russ?
Yeah, like they got the Broncos pick, first and second Broncos pick.
Yeah. Who did they get? Who did they get? I forgot who they got.
Oh, they drafted Charles Cross, offensive tackle.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh, they only got picks for this year for Russ. Only this year.
This year and next year.
So they got a first round.
They drafted cut.
They got Brees Hall, Charles.
They got
Brees Hall, the running back.
No, they got Ken Walker from Michigan State.
Oh, Kenny Walker. My bad. They
Yeah.
got Kenny Walker the third. My bad.
Yeah.
So they got a corner and a lineman.
That's a running back, and they got Boye Mayfair, outside linebacker from Minnesota.
Wait, who's the running back again?
Ken Walker.
Ken Walker.
Touchdown record. Was it yardage or touchdown? I think it was yardage.
I agree, Jay. I think they're going to give him next year. They get quarterback.
Yeah, if he don't get right next year, I still think he's on the hot seat this year. But if next year, like they draft a quarterback, I don't think Drew Lock's the answer. But they might draft a quarterback, and if he can't get it done like that, then I feel like it's about time for Pete to give it up. And then my second coach, which is the word of the day is objective. Dennis Allen. I feel like Dennis Allen's on the hot seat after taking over for Sean Payton.
He didn't even coach a game yet.
Exactly, and New Orleans is a hard place to coach. We all know that. New Orleans is if we go 3-11, no, not 3-11, but
14.
14. We go 3-14. Death threat.
We go anything less than what we went last year, I'm gonna have a problem.
I'm gonna have even more problem. You go get death threats from folks. Like,
well, what if I told you Kamara may be suspended for what happened in Vegas?
The whole season?
Jameis is coming off an injury. A new Sean Payton's not there. There's no, same thing. What if I told you that?
Excuses.
Still on the hot seat regardless. But I feel like we should give him the benefit of the doubt on the offensive side. If that defense ain't stellar, I'm sorry. It's a problem.
Because you got all names. I agree. Too many.
It's a problem. Because there's too many. We on paper, we have one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. So
I agree.
I feel like we should be, if we're not top 5 in defense, it's a problem.
Well, he is the head coach. You have to oversee all aspects,
Yeah, but he's a defensive-minded coach.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm saying sometimes you have to take his focus off the defense to see what the offense is doing.
I feel that.
Who's your RB2? Do y'all still have Latavius?
Mark
Ingram and
Mark Ingram's coming back this year.
Mark Ingram, Tony Jones, and David Washington.
Yeah, we got the undrafted and we got the undrafted dude from Bama. Baylor.
All 5 of them not making the team, so I can tell you that now.
So who's gonna be the pass threat? Who's a pass threat running back? Mark. Y'all just say he might be suspended. I'm talking about
he may be suspended.
He might.
Oh, it's not like confirmed.
It's not definite. He's still he's still out there training. So
yeah.
Mark can catch though.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna. I think we still got options in the free agency for like a pass catcher running back. But Deontay Harris, they'll put him in the backfield.
Sony Michel visited the Saints this past week as well.
Yeah, he actually visited. Yeah.
I'd be a
What's
good
it called? This is kind of not really off topic. It's still on the NFL. But how do y'all feel about not getting a tight end in the draft?
I think Taysom could be a good tight end.
So like
That's
solely on
the
Taysom.
TE1.
They're gonna use Taysom and Trotman, unfortunately.
And Trotman, Angela.
Trotman, yeah, that's what I just don't like the Trotman thing.
But I think
I had an H like a Hoshman, a Hosh.
Adam Trotman.
Trotman.
Yeah, Trotman.
Yeah.
But I think Taysom could be a good tight end. I think he could like really good tight end.
Can he block?
He could still put him. You can still take him out the tight end and put somebody else there and make him be like a direct snap type of guy.
Or like a fullback.
But he'll never be a quarter. He cannot throw the ball. Never. He never needs to throw the ball.
Yeah, that pipe dream, that's over with. That's over.
Just a little update. Jason Tatum is 2 for 15 from the field, 0 from 13 from the three. I believe I read that right. 0 for 6 from 3.
0 for 6.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown doing what today?
For the game? Right now.
Right. Yeah, right now.
Jason is the first quarter.
It's the almost end of the third.
I was
Just
about
a
to
little
say,
update.
but he shot 6 threes already.
Yeah, he 0 for 6.
Jaylen Brown, the leading scorer. Nobody got more than 12 though.
Tough day. Jason Tatum gonna turn up fourth quarter probably.
When Milwaukee go home, they turn to a different team. When they go home, they're a different team.
Scoring everybody.
When they go home, they're a different
He
team.
just
All right.
Another layup. Jeez.
All right. Is there anything NFL that we missed?
Oh, I don't know how I forgot about him, but the Bengals did. I like how the Bengals just operate with their personnel. They'll literally be like, okay, Eli Apple is poo. We see that. Let's go get a corner who we think is not poo. They go get a corner. They still like, okay, Billy Price, they get poo. I didn't know this until like after the Super Bowl, but Jamar did beat Jalen Ramsey.
Wide open. He was wide open.
They have enough. Somebody is in the exec room. Let's get they go get a good old lineman. They're just like logically building up on their team. So I do
somebody saw that film, all 22, and said, this boy would have blocked. We would have won the damn Super Bowl.
So the Bengals and the
who was the old lineman that didn't block?
I know it was right side because it was Donald.
It wasn't so.
Hey, all I know is Aaron Donald said, "I'm winning this mother effing championship."
And it wasn't. What's his name? Sewell or anything like that?
Nah, the Sewell's the rookie. Sewell is nice.
He good though.
Yeah, he was Detroit.
It's definitely nice.
He got a little brother. He got a little brother coming out next year too.
So yeah, the Bengals. I do think the Bengals are. I mean, the AFC is still.
AFC is loaded.
The AFC is loaded.
AFC is loaded, but I still feel like. The Bengals, that was kind of a Cinderella story in my opinion. Like they just so happened to.
I agree.
The reason I don't agree is because they have a true wide receiver one, like a true generational wide receiver, and a true generational quarterback, and a true workhorse in the backfield. People really sleep on Joe Mixon.
We talked about it. It was like, why was he on that 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 when they gave it to Perine instead of Mixon?
That was so stupid. That was so stupid.
They kept trying to say Perine the power back. I don't care about that.
I also think the reason why I do think last year was a Cinderella story, but they built on it with acquiring all the offensive line. Like they were like, we know we shocked a lot of people, but don't expect to be shocked next year when we block Joe Burrow, and he's not the most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
That Chiefs and Bengals game, that was a complete shock to the whole NFL. I just feel like, and I feel like the Bills was in that position, they might have lost that game. And that's why I feel like
the Bills were, if they switched with who?
The Chiefs.
So the Bills, Bengals?
Yeah, the Bills, Bengals, I feel like Bills would have came out on top in that game because
maybe.
Josh Allen just a dog. I feel like that's number one for me in the AFC. I feel like they're not going to get beat.
I just don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. Maybe Juju is. I don't know.
They just drafted some
Sky Moore.
Yeah, they got Sky Moore. They got George
I think
Kalafdis from
Iowa.
Who's going to be the number one receiver? Juju.
The number one receiver will be
Corvette, bro.
Juju. They still got. They got
Kelsey. Valdez Scantling will be the deep threat.
They got Kelsey, and I also think they believe that our quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. We can have anybody as our receiver. We can
see that's it's like
that's not a good analogy. Like
I think Mecole and
They
Valdez
don't have a
Scantling will be the secret.
defense to.
They
that
still got
feels
Flash
like-
over there.
They could be the deep
there.
threat, but they could be the deep threat, but it's not gonna get open as fast as
They drafted
Like, they gotta hit
Trent.
a double move to get open for real. Like I don't.
I
It
think
sounds
they
like
never.
they're
I don't like the way they use Miko though. I think they never use Miko how they should have.
I
They
don't
try to
need
make him
They
into another
definitely
Tyreek,
not
and he's not Tyreek.
maximizing his talents. I
Yeah.
agree. They're definitely not maximizing.
And their defense, they drafted Trent McDuffie and George Kalafdis with their first 2
Ooh,
picks. So
okay.
they're
Trent
trying to
McDuffie.
put more
The
emphasis
defense
on
is
their
where they're
defense.
trying to put the emphasis
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
So that's-
but so whoever
Combo.
they're definitely trying to do the old Patriots model. Like we have a generational quarterback, and if we have a top 2, top 3
Yeah.
in the league, then we
And
can.
they
we don't
acquired
care for the wideouts.
Justin Reed from the Texans as well.
yeah, safety, free safety. They
Oh,
signed him
I
in.
definitely didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't even cheat.
Kind of they had to. I think about it.
AFC
They had
West
to.
is loaded. It's
I forgot
loaded.
they had to get a safety.
But I
Chiefs
think
are
on paper,
not
I think
sweet as
I think the Chiefs and the Raiders look worse than the Broncos and Chargers right now on paper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, on paper.
Chargers look
but
amazing.
I was about to say on paper.
Chiefs still got the best coach in that division.
Chargers look amazing.
And the best quarterback in the division.
And that best quarterback in the division.
Yep, and the best
But-
tight end.
But I agree with Jace. I think as of today, I do have the Bills as the best team in that division,
In
in
the
that
AFC?
conference. In that conference, I do.
On paper, you like
I mean, last
Oh,
time it was
no,
on.
period.
Last time it was on
Yeah,
the
it
field.
gotta be the Bills because they coming in. They best
It
their
was
cornerback wasn't even
on
playing last
fuego.
year.
And Trey White wasn't playing that
Right.
game last
Trey
year.
White didn't
And then
play.
Josh, I ain't gonna lie, Josh Allen might go for MVP season this year too.
He was MVP-esque last year. Josh
He
Allen.
was, but it wasn't. But
He was
folks
up
weren't
and
really-
down. Though. He was up and
Yeah,
down.
he was.
He got to stay at that level.
He didn't even get Pro Bowl. He didn't even go to the Pro Bowl until Lamar got
could.
hurt or something like that.
Pro Bowl don't matter. It's all voting. Who cares?
Yes, there's still contract incentives. All right. Music.
Big three in music. I need your artist, album, song that you're banging right now. Pause.
Oh my
And
God.
Yeah, I can go because mine's short.
go ahead, pop it out.
So I got one song that I'm banging nonstop. It's called Good Memories by Lucky. It's a classic. It's an instant classic. He's just one of those. They're still labeling him an underground king or whatever. But he's definitely like not the stereotypical Chicago rapper. So I think
Big
that's
lean
why.
belly.
You said what?
Big lean belly.
Oh, that
You look like Shrek.
He is something. He has been going crazy with the link. But I do think that's a lot of what's attracting more and more like of the like Yeet crowd and the Ken Carson type fans is because his sound is a little similar, but it's still different. So I am listening to Lucky still. But the album that like I just can't play, of course, I Never Liked You is like that. But Mr. Crawford by No Cap. The only thing I gotta say about No Cap is I didn't know. I did not know. I didn't know No Cap was like this. Mr. Crawford, Vaccine Falling Star, I'll Be Here, Shackles to Diamonds, Choppers and Ferraris, list goes on. This
Very
dude,
special.
bruh,
Very special.
Very special.
bruh goes hard. Mr. Crawford is one of those. I can't even get past Choppers and Ferraris. Then I look up, I'm on Save the Day. Like it's an album you can literally like, damn.
Straight all the way down.
Like I'm actually on song number 20 and I've been letting it ride. So Mr. Crawford was definitely very surprising to me. I did not expect No Cap to snap like that.
He only sold 28K.
People not
It's a
hip.
debut album for a person that's not on the main super.
Oh, this is his very first like album out. So
Yeah, it had to be.
that tape with like his head, like it was like a
Yeah, that's not an album.
That was that you talking about
that tape hard. I
Ghetto-
heard
you want the Ghetto Angels on it?
Yeah, with
Still
Ghetto-
human.
it was Ghetto Angels or something like that.
yeah,
It's still
Yeah.
human.
still
Yeah.
human. That was hard, but yeah, and I mean the only thing I won't lie, like I haven't listened to all of Jack Harlow. The Drake song goes crazy. I do know the first two songs, like the beats, he has very good producers.
Yeah.
Whoever worked on this, the beat selection was great, but Jack Harlow, I mean, I'm not a Jack Harlow. It's a vibe. I don't know. Like I don't gravitate towards Jack Harlow. It's because his voice would get monotone, and then I'll just be like, it's not. I don't know. But the Drake song was a banger, and the beat selection I would say is 10 out of 10. But I've only listened to like a handful of songs. But that's
The song with Lil Wayne is really good.
Yeah, I like that song.
I ain't listen
All
to
right. All right, B, you've been quiet. Talk to us.
Song. Yeah, that's been on.
Wait, and no yeet this week. I'm sorry.
It's my yeast.
All right, just making sure.
But
He
the
ain't dropped
song,
nothing new.
right? The song that been on repeat. Wait for You by Future, with Drake and Tim's. Yeah, that song is about Bob, all in one. Gotta listen to it on a daily since it dropped. It just gets you in the right mental space, I guess. That's what you could say.
What?
Album, yeah, like Trey said, no cap, because I was gonna say that too. He surprised a lot of folks with this one. This was kind of the one. Like, this was that album. That's hard. Yeah. And artists, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't listen to Pusha T. Yeah, I mean, it been Kanye songs though, with the rock and roll.
I don't care. I feel vindicated. Boy, listen to Pusha T now. Let's go.
So I've been on rock and roll heavy right now.
All right.
Pusha T album hard.
Yeah.
All right, Jace.
All right.
Song?
Song, album, artist.
Yep.
All right.
Objective.
Song.
No, I'm messing with you. You got it.
Song. I ain't gonna lie. I love First Class by Jack Harlow. I don't know why. And that hook just I just like it, bro. I be in the car just I like that little song. I like that song. I'm not going when he start rapping and all that, it's cool. But like it's that hook, bro. That hook just real catchy. Album, I'll say Future album. I Never Liked You. But I be going back and forth from that to Mr. Crawford. So it's kind of a mix between those two. But Puffin' on Zooties, you got what's another one? 7:12 p.m. or something like that.
That's a banger.
The one with Drake on there. Yeah, so I yeah, both of those. And my artists, huh?
You ain't like Keep It Burning?
No, I like the whole album.
Oh, okay.
But like I'm just the ones that came in my head.
Okay.
But my artist is a little objective. But you got Rob 49. All right, I'm just Rob 49.
You meant subjective.
Like I said, bro. Like it's just on like trap calling, boom, boom. Like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, bro, Rob 49, he that one. You definitely that one.
Al Horford hooping 15, 13, and 5. All right.
True hooping.
Well, my team might be behind. All right. My album, It's Almost Dry by Pusha T. Songs I enjoyed the most. My favorite song on there, Dreaming of the Past, featuring Kanye. That sample they use is incredible. All the singles I enjoyed thoroughly. I like the outro with I Pray For You. The Uzi feature with Don Toliver, that was cool. But I think from 3 to 8, it was immaculate for that album. So Pusha T, I don't know if it's better than Daytona. I still got to listen to it, but I've been enjoying the album thoroughly. My artists I've been listening to heavy is Young Boy Never Broke Again. I Hate Young Boy. I listened to that for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago. That song goes crazy. Also like Bring the Hook. I don't know. I like the distance that he just throws out there. So I also listen to Snow Bunny off of that album Colors. I finally got a chance to listen to some of that part of the album. Fish Scale and Snow Bunny off of Colors. So Young Boy been my artist I've listened to lately. And song. I told you guys a couple weeks ago I was introduced to Billie Eilish by my lady.
Said this already.
It's a different song though. I said that.
It's a different song.
It's a different song though. Bury a Friend by Billie Eilish is a great song. That too? Yeah, I was like, let me check them out. And them junks kind of had to download it off of the album When We All Fall Asleep. Where Do We Go? It's a great song. Check it out.
That album is one of those ones.
Yeah,
I don't remember that song, but that album is hard.
Yeah. I might have to listen to the whole album soon. So I'll keep y'all boys posted. Cut. It's on you.
All right, my song right now that I'm banging is "Wait for You," Drake, Tim's, and Future. I have it on repeat. It might be in my top 10 now. Yeah. Most played for the year at this point.
Yeah.
Album I'm rocking with right now.
I'm scared.
Is Pusha T, It's Almost Dry.
Yes, sir.
Album's hard.
I didn't expect to like it, but I like it a lot.
Right.
It's actually really, really good. The only song I can say I kind of don't like is the first song. everything else after that.
I was cruising down Brambleton. Done. You know, like that.
Every song after that, I'm rocking with.
Pusha T's albums hard. Drake's albums are always hard. That's just the.
All right.
I just want the record to reflect.
And then the artist that I'm messing with right now, I think Jack Harlow is probably the hottest out, or one of the hottest out. He got momentum on his album. He about to sell the most, I think, this year for a debut week.
What you think about the album personally? What you think about the album personally? Though?
He love it. He don't care what nobody.
I like it. It's like an 8.5 out of 10.
Everybody says mid.
I think if you listen to him, listen to some hard music, you're not going. That's you listen to the wrong person. He's not a hard rapper. I think that like that What's Poppin' is not really his style. I think that was just a single that he knew he could get away with and pop off with. I think like a lot of time artists make songs that's not really them just to get recognition, and then they start trying to do the stuff that they really want to do. He makes smooth songs, a couple upbeat songs, but
do you think that applies to Lil Nas X?
Yes, Lil Nas X is a literal example. I think he made the song like the best songs on his album are the slow songs. His First Class is the song with Lil Wayne Poison, the song with Drake where he actually, because he could really rap. That's the thing. That's what made me start like him. I was like, I thought it was just like a gimmick rapper, another like white rapper was gonna be. But I listened to him, I'm like, oh, he could really rap. I think that's what he really wants you to know from his music is he could really rap. It's not about making the best song to be in the club. He's not into that. Because like Poison, if you listen to Poison, and like Bruce said, the producer, who was that?
Trey.
About the producers, the beat, the Poison, is like 4, 5, 6 samples, like 3, 4 samples in that song alone. He got Lil Wayne on. He sampled like Comfortable. Well, not Comfortable. What's the one like a cop car, whatever beat that is.
Mrs. Officer.
Mrs. Officer, he sampled that in there. They sampled Poison by Bell Biv DeVoe in there. There's a lot of stuff going on in that song. If you listen to like every little detail, it never stays the same. He sampled a Pharrell song on one of the songs about dang, I can't think of the song. I had it and I lost it. He sampled one of Pharrell and Snoop Dogg songs though on there too. It's like he's just really trying to be an artist. And that song with Drake verse is really good, but
that song is hard.
Harlow was really Harlow really was rapping on that song.
That's a 10 out of 10 song.
Yeah, so I think that's really what you listen to him for. Like, you're not gonna listen to Mac Miller to hear it in the club. I think he's on that type of vibe. It's not to be in the club, it's just the vibe too.
Do you think, just a question, do you think white rappers try to avoid like club anthems just to try to, like you said, Mac Miller, you don't listen to him in the club. You don't want to listen to Jack Harlow. You don't make music that's played in the club. Do you think they try to avoid those kind of records?
I think it's case by case, like the G-Eazys and the Jack Harlows and I was about to say Diplo. What's bruh name? Who was on Lil Dicky show? And that might have been G-Eazy. But like them, they're more like lyrical.
I think it's hard to make any club song for Atlanta.
But we live in Atlanta.
We're not gonna hear them here. I think they make music that you might hear in the West Coast. They're more likely to play it. And Atlanta's more trap, Afro beats, Afrocentric, that type of vibe. What's it called? Not reggae, but it's called dancehall, that type of vibe. Like that's what you're gonna hear here. You're not gonna hear Jack Harlow's song here. I mean, What's Poppin' might have got played for a while, and he's also, I think he lives here. He signed with under DJ Drama and them. He records here. He's based here, so he's around. But I don't think that's his demographic, and it shouldn't be. For him to sell 120 and 150, he in the right demographic. In a debut,
I also think it's based off like because this white rapper named Matt Ox. You probably never heard of him.
Heard of him.
He on that underground, that yeet. It's based off of like Jack Harlow, G-Eazy, them are like they'll actually have substance, I guess you would say, in their music. But you got the Matt Oxes and sometimes yeet that they're just beats, and they don't really. It's not. You don't really have to listen to the lyrics. Like it's just turned up, hi-hat, like. So it's just really case by case. But majority of them, they just be straight lyricists.
Yeah. But it's not bad. I mean, you just gotta find your niche and hope you get some fans out of it.
All right, you can go back to your the big three.
I was done.
You was done? Oh, well, look at that. All right. Is there any news breaking that we missed before we conclude? Shout out our friend of the show, cousin of the show, Jamal Pettigrew, going undrafted to the Los Angeles Rams. Congratulations, cuz. Hard work does pay off. Go and make them pay. Make that team, brother. I'm supporting you.
Shout out to Jamal. That's fine.
Saints should have drafted him. We needed a tight end.
You know we don't draft players that's from the city.
I know, sad.
Is there any news breaking?
Actually, let me correct that. That's Sean Payton doing.
Perhaps.
Jason.
Yeah, he's trying to start some community. The Celtics cut the lead to 4. Less than 6 minutes left in the game. Next time we see you guys, it'll probably be maybe the round 3 of the NBA playoffs. Should be interesting to see. Me and Brandon and Trey have a friendly little wager going on for that Memphis and Golden State series. So we're looking forward to that game 3 tonight.
I ain't talking about that. Brandon Clark is soft.
What that made Gary Payton? We're just joking, by the way.
Yeah, we're joking.
Happy Mother's Day again. Not gonna spoil anything. Make sure you go check out that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That is in my opinion,
I'm gonna go watch it as soon as we're done with this.
That is the best Marvel movie I've seen. No exaggeration.
Really?
No exaggeration.
It was better than Spider-Man?
No exaggeration. It's like
they said he was going crazy with the portals. They said he was going crazy.
Hey, I ain't trying to spoil none, but make sure I go see that guy. It has everything.
I think
it has everything you want in a superhero movie.
If you're interested in it, you need to go see it before the end of the weekend because it's going.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be all on Twitter.
So everybody already seen WandaVision?
Yeah.
Movies you have to see before.
You don't need to see WandaVision to get it, but it will make sense.
It'll help. If you watch the first WandaVision and the first Doctor Strange, that's all you need to really see before this movie. But no exaggeration, it's probably the best Marvel movie I ever. And you'll see when you watch it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're not lying. But
did you go by yourself?
Me, Cut, and pick one. DJ.
Man, I gotta go by myself.
Hey, that's still gonna be you're gonna be in there.
No, it's better for myself because my girl just don't like superhero movies, so you know.
She'll like this one.
No, she won't.
Hey, this one different. So I'm telling you, this one different. All right, and there's no news breaking. This will conclude episode 111 of the Pack Life Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow us at Pack Life Pod and Pack Life Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I am joined here today with my brother Carter,
Cutthroat,
Slim Reaper, JC Stewart.
Dang, man, y'all boys, I love y'all boys, man.
Yes, Mlb, your cousin posted on Instagram. We saw you live and direct on Instagram story.
Gang, yes sir.
Yes, sir. Last but not least, we got Mr. Trey Kemp, proprietor, our Mlb Insider, Mlb Analyst. Trey, yes, sir.
Let's go Mets.
And I'm your host, Bruiser Carter. Thank you for you guys tuning in, rocking with us. 111 episodes in.
Wait, did Trey say go Mets?
He did say go Mets. You don't agree?
Go Braves. Go Braves.
Go Braves. Okay.
Where the Braves at?
People live in the past, bro. They live in the past.
They got that ring and it was like,
now they so stuck on it 4 or 5 months later.
Bet. And yes, sir, we are out of here. See you guys soon.
New Pack Life.